Yeah, we're going.
I'm actually having so much bloody fun. It's just my wife actually does need a pack. She's the one who packs all of our crap.
All right.
And I was like, well, while she's packing, I'll have to be awake anyway. Might as well keep you awake with me. I'm not being very courteous of your sleep.
Yeah, well, whatever. My sleep's fucked anyways.
Dude, your wife's going to be like, where's my husband? Silas wasn't very courteous about my husband's time.
Oof. 30 minutes until my Duolingo streak ends. Whatever, I don't care. It's a 3-day streak. Anyways.
3 days streak.
I just started 3 days ago. I re-downloaded the app.
Good luck, dude. Well,
Silas,
what?
you have 30 minutes to be as funny as you possibly can to see if you can
God damn
if
it.
you can remain my friend.
Have I not been funny enough for you, you son of a bitch?
You were pretty funny.
And
I was making a joke, but yeah, try and be funnier.
try and be funnier for your podcast.
Look, I'm trying to get some views, bro. Look,
Okay,
we need
I
a
get it.
2-minute
I get
sound bite we can put on
Okay,
TikTok.
Here we go.
Get all the views.
So Henry and I are going hunting, right? Henry's already been up in these mountains for a week. And he has seen 2 doe. He has been hiking all over Hell's Half Acre. And you know Henry, he's a big guy. Hiking is not easy for this
He's a
motherfucker.
big boy.
And so we go up hiking. And we don't go up hiking. I show up after work on a Friday. He's seen nothing.
Yeah. Were you guys bow hunting or rifle hunting?
Rifle hunting.
He got a rifle tag?
I got a rifle tag.
Okay.
And so he put in for like the worst area in Utah. It's the Camas area. And I swear that is Satan's area for deer. Mm-hmm. They will sit on all the fucking private land in the world. They will sit on the private land. They will look at you and moon your ass. I'm not kidding. So
Are these whitetails or mule deer?
Mule deer.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm mule deer. So I show up. I go grab some amazing chicken from the place there in Camas, chicken tenders, grab some jerky, whatever. Henry's on the verge. He looks suicidal when I show up.
How many days has he been out there?
He was up there, I think, 6 days.
Wow.
6 days before I showed up, maybe
Straight?
5. Straight.
Okay.
Oh, no, not exactly straight. It was supposed to be straight. It was like 4 days straight, but it's 5 days, 6 days up there. He had problems with the car not heating, and it's getting super cold at night.
Oh, no.
And he had to drive back down, then something else happened, so he finally gets up there. And you can ask Henry, and I got permission from Henry to say this story, so I can't say all of it, but I can say most of it. And so we go. I show up. Some guy talked to me earlier today and said, "Hey, there are bucks over in this area." So we find this little sliver of public land we can shoot on, and we go. We're driving up there, and Henry's seen, keep in mind, 2 doe. Uh-huh. We're driving past this field close to where we're going hunting, this private field, and there's got to be 40 deer, few of bucks out there. And so we're driving past it, and Henry's in the car behind me, so he's following me. And we're driving around, we take a right, we're going to this little spot, we have a little ways to go. Right off the road, 200 yards from the public hunting land are 2 bucks. And I flip around and I park, and Henry's right behind me, and so he starts parking, and he doesn't see these 2 bucks. They're right off the side of the road. And I'm like, dude, you see those? Exactly. So I see these deer. And I'm like, dude, you see these bucks? He's like, do you see all the deer in that field? He doesn't even hear what I say. He's like, you see all those fucking deer in this field? I'm like, dude, there's 2 bucks right here. I've never seen that guy flip a car so goddamn fast in my life. He fucking spins this shit, parks it, and he jumps out. And these bucks, these cocky little bastards, are sitting 20 feet from us, just looking at us all chill. They know they're safe on private land. And Henry's looking at him.
Say 20 feet?
20 feet.
Wow.
20 feet. That's me giving...
From here to that door.
Yeah, they were that close. From me to that door, from you to the door, that close. 2 bucks, 2 legal bucks. And Henry gets out, dude, and he's looking at him, and he starts tearing up, dude. And he goes, I have hiked over fucking everywhere. I've been to the top of every fucking mountain. This deer on fucking Oakley.
I would have fucking shot that deer,
dude,
thrown it into my...
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. We Henry, I had to stop Henry from fucking shooting him, dude. He's like, get the gun. How fast can we throw this in the back of your truck?
That's so funny.
And so there's private homes across the street. Dude, they are separated by the deer are separated by a single street in between these homes. And there's cars in these homes. And there's someone that we saw later walking in and out around the kitchen window there because we could see the sink from their window.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there, dude. He comes up with this whole plan. We drive over to where it's legal to shoot him. And he's like, okay, you go scare him over here. I'm like, 250 yards, bro. And we're looking at the zone where we can shoot him. And it's literally, they have to go 250 yards to the right completely. It is straight private, huge chunk of land. They just need to go left, and we're screwed. Obviously, this plan didn't work. I only did it because he looked like he was about to cry, dude.
Oh,
and
dang.
Poor Henry, dude. I freaking love Henry to death, but actually, that's a bit of an over-exaggeration. He definitely was tearing up a little bit. He was definitely tearing up when he first saw him, dude, and screaming and cussing. Dude, I've never heard Henry drop, I think, as many F-bombs as he was at those fucking deer. And so we go, and... we go and we go and do this stupid plan. We don't find anything. We hike around a little bit. We're like, okay, we come up with a game plan tomorrow for the next day. And I come to bring and cheer Henry up pretty much, right? Like that's my main thing. That and I've hunted a bunch of mule deer before here in Utah, and I know how they act for the most part, except for these little bastards knew exactly where they were safe and you couldn't touch them. And so I bring a bunch of like sweets or not sweets, just like gushers, like gummy gushers and stuff. And Henry went through that entire box that same night. Dude, so much damn sugar. And he's like, dude. So he wakes up the next morning. I'm trying to put some in his bag for him. He's like, dude, I had too many last night. There's also a box of Cheez-Its, dude. Whole box gone. Look at everything. Henry's like, I've had nothing for the past 2 days. He's like, so we sat there talking for a little while, and we're just going through these cupcakes, through these gushers, through these Cheez-Its. And so we wake up, we hike everywhere. So the same boots, winter boots you can see over there in my boot stand, they're on the second pair to the right.
Sure.
Those boots I've had for like 4 or 5 years, and they started hurting my feet in the middle of this damn hike. So I got to throw them away. I just haven't yet because it's my only pair of snow boots, and as long as I don't hike in them, I'm generally pretty fine. And so we wake up the next morning, we see this one doe. And
wait, can you shoot a doe with his license? No,
just a buck.
Just a buck.
And so we see this one fucking doe the next morning, dude. And we're hiking. I swear to God, we hiked like 11 miles that day, dude.
Damn.
Hiked everywhere. And Henry's a big boy. I was impressed.
You're a big boy.
I'm a big boy, but I'm not as big boy as Henry, dude. And I'm over here, and it's just... Oh, God, dude, it was so miserable and hot. It got so hot on the top of this mountain with a foot of snow, God damn it.
Oh, my
And
Lord.
I was dying of heat.
You guys are so freaking funny.
Dude, get up there, and Henry's just driving. He's like, the fucking deer, dude. He's mumbling to himself, so we're just hearing. I'm like, okay, quiet. We're stalking along. I'm like putting him in front of me or behind me, and I just hear him fucking muttering about how these fucking deer are on the private land. This shit was so bad, dude.
Oh, that's hilarious. Holy shit.
But,
North Dakota, you pretty much, I feel like if you have a gun tag, you can't not tag out. Like,
well, that's where Henry and I are going next year. I told him we're
you
going to get him a buck.
come to my house. We'll freaking take...
I'm very
gun
down.
season 10 days. Although...
in 10 days?
I said it's 10 days long. It's only 10 days, which...
I thought you said it's in 10 days. I'm like, I'm there.
No.
Let's go.
It's 10 days long, which the only problem with gun season is that every other fucking hunter's out there.
Oh,
it's
no, let's go bow season.
It's the other hunters that fuck you up. Bow season, I can't tell you how hard or how easy it is so far because full disclosure, haven't killed a buck yet. I have until January 1st to make it happen, which is why I'm trying to hightail it back to North Dakota real quick because I want to get a buck, and also we still have the holidays, so I'll probably go jump in a truck and drive for a little bit and try and make the big buku bucks during the holidays because they always typically make $1,000
Semi truck?
Yeah.
You don't drive your own anymore, though?
Oh, I sold my trucks.
Yeah, you sold it. So.
Yeah, I sold all my trucks. I went to school for 4 months, and basically... I own a house in North Dakota.
Gilbert, I'm not making you laugh enough, you freaking bastard. I need to make you laugh more.
No, you're funny. I was just giving you shit.
You'll never get over this. I'll remember this forever, and I'll make sure I'm amazing from now on. I will be the funniest person you ever met.
All right.
I am Drax, okay? I'm humble as Drax.
No, I was just giving you shit, bro. But
no, you're fine, dude.
But no, I do like. Honestly, I get like the most comments about that podcast I did with Peter because Peter's just so goddamn funny, just naturally.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel sad. I feel kind of sad because I know. I don't feel sad because I'm like sad that I didn't do well, but I know Peter's podcast is still your best podcast after this one with me.
I did a podcast with my brother-in-law Judd and my brother Solomon, barely New Mexico. We're gonna call it How to Win Girls and Influence People.
Just barely.
Yeah. Judd turned 50 this year, and he pretty much spent from ages, whenever he hit puberty to like 45 when he got married, of being like the ultimate badass pickup artist, whatever. So he knows all the tricks. He knows, and he also has a degree in psychology. So he was like telling us how to get girls to like you. That might be the best podcast.
Okay,
honestly.
listen,
We're not sure.
I've never met Judd. Every time I even hear about Judd, I'm like, so this guy's Superman, right? Sandoval tells me everything. Don't hold on. Sandoval tells me about him. He's like, dude, he will kick you 30 feet across the room. He will make more money than you. He will outwork you. He will outgood look you. He will out pick up chicks than you now. I'm like, I've never even met Judd. Okay, and everyone tells me he's Superman every time I see him, so I gotta meet Judd is the thing.
Judd's cool. The thing you'll probably like the most about Judd, based on your personality, is Judd is a very courteous person. Very courteous, very polite, and he treats everyone very nice. I'm a big fan. I'm glad he's my brother-in-law, but
yeah,
it's definitely not funnier than Peter's, but it might be more interesting. I don't know.
Dude,
we'll have to see.
Peter's is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I really want to do another one with you. I really want to do another one where we can sit and
do all the podcasts. Let's do it.
I want to do one
I'll get you
so
a smoke
bad.
pot on the next podcast.
No. No, I'm good. I'm good, homie. I'm good, homie.
I'm just kidding.
But you're trying to get me to say Joe Rogan, aren't you? You son of a bitch.
Just trying to say Joe. Well, what are you going to say about Joe Rogan?
I was going to say Joe Rogan tries to get people to smoke pot on his podcast, too.
Well, it works.
It's very funny.
His podcast is the biggest podcast. I mean, shit. Something to smoking pot in a podcast. No.
I just hope I was a good enough entertainer for you, so you're not taking this back and being like, oh, this is too stupid. Not posting this one.
Man, I regret ever saying anything. I think you need to just realize I was joking.
Okay. It is a joke. That was a joke.
Good. No, it's a good podcast.
I think my personality or my humor is a little broken, dude. I find shit that's like I thought that was like a funny joke. What I just said.
What?
Like, I hope this is so good. Thought I made it dramatic enough so you would giggle, and then you're like, oh no, I actually shouldn't have said anything. I'm like, God damn it, I thought that was hilarious.
All right, we're leaving this behind us. You're very funny. You're probably funnier than I am.
I am as humble as Drax.
You're more likely funnier than I am.
I am the humblest one you've ever met.
I do think we need to get Grace back here so we can end this with all three of us, so it doesn't feel like we just kicked her out.
Grace is kicked out. We're sexist over here.
Women allowed. Nobody kicked Grace out. I used the restroom really quickly, and when I came back, she was banished to the shadow room.
She's packing for our trip that we have to leave for at 9 in the morning.
All right, dog. You have any more stories for me?
We have Grace over there dancing away. Let's see here. Pokemon Go, dude.
Oh my lord! Dude.
Shut up.
Do you even work?
Listen, hasta como te digo, dude. I'm telling you, it's the greatest fucking game since fucking Mario Kart.
Bro,
it's so good.
If I wanted to walk around like a fucking nerd, chasing imaginary animals, paying fucking $5 for 2 Pokeballs, just so I could sit there, it's such a stupid game. Hold
on. So. Here's the thing. I actually think it's, I think the concept is like an awesome game, but the way it's made and the people controlling it are fucking horrible. I gave up on the game like 2 years ago or a year ago or whatever. After playing it a whole bunch, I played it the day it came out. Loved it, everything. It got worse and worse from there. I played it with Peter a ton, then I kind of stopped. And then after I found out my dad was into Pokemon Go.
Your dad's into Pokemon Go?
Dude. That's the face I gave.
Just a big family of nerds, isn't it?
Dude, we are all nerds.
You guys all pretend like you guys are badass mountain men.
Don't call him anything worse, Gilbert. He'll find you. He'll shoot you from across the world. You better calm down, son.
Big old Pokemon playing boys.
So everyone, it was just me. So it was around Thanksgiving. Davey texted me because
he's gonna find me. He's gonna find you. You're the one that called him out on a public.
No, he's not, dude. He doesn't care. He does not care at all. I promise.
So he's actually plays Pokemon Go.
Dude, he plays it all the time. He could drop it tomorrow, honestly, and be fine. He plays it because all
into video games. Huh? He was like the uncle that always had like the coolest.
He's not super into video games.
He used to be though.
He definitely used to.
When I knew him,
he definitely used to be. But But now Pokemon Go, all my little brothers and little siblings play it. And
Uh-huh.
he's never really been the person like, oh, family, let's go out to the movies all
okay.
together. So now what he does, he loads up all my little siblings in a car who they freaking go crazy over this game. They love it.
Okay.
And,
That makes
and
sense.
they all
That's
go
actually
play
really
Pokemon.
cute.
That's
I
why
would do
it
that with
started.
my kids.
That's why it started.
I thought your
But
dad
now
was just
he's
like
really into it.
slacking off in the bathroom at work, like trying to catch a freaking Squirtle or something, and
No.
I couldn't see it. I was
Squirtle, dude,
stunned.
it's so fun. He can't, dude. So all of us can throw the Pokeballs on the screen. My dad does it exactly how I do it, and the Pokeball doesn't reach the Pokemon or goes over the Pokemon. And he's like, I don't know how you guys fucking do it. And he just throws his phone down, and I'm like, he's like, catch this for me, and I'm like, here you go, caught it.
That's hilarious.
So, but what I was saying is, had my parents over on Wednesday. And I cooked this amazing steak and mushrooms and bell peppers and asparagus. They love the meal. And the funniest freaking thing happens. We break out Pokemon Go and we get in their car and we start driving around playing Pokemon Go for 40 minutes. My parents and I.
Yeah.
My parents are almost 48 years old and we're out here playing Pokemon, catching little creatures.
Is your mom into it too?
My mom got my dad into it originally.
Yeah.
My mom's crazy about it. She's actually really salty because when we PvP in that game, I beat her. And so she gets really mad.
So you know you're supposed to let your mama win.
Not in this game. This is
No.
Pokemon. So anyway, my parents got into that, dude, and it's hilarious. I'll tell you who's two characters, dude. Leonard and Ryan, my little brothers.
Yeah.
Those two are some characters. You get Leonard by himself, integrity, right? They act exactly the same around no matter who they're around.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're not together, Leonard is way more chill and reserved. Leonard's, he's still like happy and jolly, his usual self. Ryan is just normal Ryan, just quiet, pays attention to himself. You get those two together, it is a non-stop, sarcastic, just onslaught of just retardation.
Onslaught of retardation.
Dude,
huh?
dude, I'm telling you, you need to see these guys
Well,
together.
sounds like we should get them on the podcast next time.
Dude, holy crap, these guys are crazy. You need to have Davey on your podcast, dude. That might be your most interesting fucking podcast you've ever had.
I need to get Davey
Dude.
to like return a phone call, make eye contact with me when I see him. Then we'll talk about a podcast. How about that?
Dude, you get Davey to actually be a friend.
Yeah, I need Davey to like acknowledge me at some social event, and then we'll talk about a podcast.
Davey's a little shit, okay? That's all I can say for Davey. I love him to death, but he's a little shit, and you need to go up and be like, we're friends now. Quit being an asshole. And then that has like a 25% chance of working. He might just look at you and be like, you're a
25% just so you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. If you did though, dude, he would throw out. He really does not have, like, out of everyone I've ever met in my life, he has less of, what would it be called? Less of a cap, less of a on his language, what he says. You know, less of a
non-reserved.
No.
No, he has no filter.
No filter. Literally no fucking filter. This guy. I've met Solomon. I've met Alberto. I've met my dad. I've met you. I've met Peter. I've met Henry, Steven. I've met a ton of people that don't have filters. This
What?
motherfucker.
You saying I don't have a filter?
No. You have tact. So here's the thing.
Okay.
You didn't let me explain. He doesn't
I don't
have
think
a
you
filter.
Oh.
He doesn't have a filter.
At all.
At all. You have no filter, but you have a tact to it. So you pick and choose. Like, if you don't care, fuck it. I'm going to fucking say it.
I think I do have. I disagree. I actually do have a filter.
You do have a filter?
I do, but people don't know because they've never actually seen me not have a filter. You get a couple puffs of marijuana in me, you're gonna figure out what no filter really is like. That shit. No,
God damn it,
You've never
Gilbert.
smoked pot in your. I'm guessing you've never smoked pot in your. Never
I've
taken
never.
a shot of whiskey.
I've had whiskey before.
Cool.
I've taken a shot of whiskey. I will never again. I'm good.
No. I'm not definitely encouraging you to get into smoking
No, I'm
the
I'm
devil's
good.
lettuce. But
I'm fine.
but myself personally, I started smoking pot when I was like 16, and
Never go back.
Jesus, the kind
One
of
way.
conversations I've had, the friendships I've ruined. How high on marijuana. The friendships I've actually made way more friends than I've lost on high on pot.
Dude,
but
I need to
holy
get
shit.
you on your next podcast. You just need to freaking smoke a little weed. Talk to me. Be like, yeah, Silas. So I just think you're a fat piece of shit, and you're not funny.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say
It's
that.
a joke.
But
It's
I'm
a
just
joke.
saying, like, if you want true, because the thing is, smoking pot, it dissolves that barrier between your conscious and your subconscious,
Yeah.
and it's just like your ego just evaporates, and you're just like, It's like we're on Earth. It's like we're on Earth and we have the atmosphere protecting us from like the full force of the sun.
Yeah.
That's like you being on Earth, me being the sun, and that's like if you leave the Earth, you don't have the atmosphere there anymore protecting. You're just like you're gonna get
out of your mind.
You might get a sunburn, is what I'm saying.
But back to my original point, dude. Davey is a funny fucking dude.
Yeah,
and he's a weird dude. I can't explain it. My brother's a weird dude. He'll tell you this himself. He's a weird fucking dude.
It's funny.
He's a chill dude. He's like, listen, I'm a weird dude, but I'm a cool dude. Don't piss me off. That's Davey right there. Like, we're over here watching Trailer Park Boys with Grace and I.
Oh,
Grace watched
Lord.
Trailer Park Boys for the first time, dude. And I don't know. It kind of
Grace.
Grace.
Oh, your wife.
My wife and I are watching Trailer Park Boys. First time she's ever seen it.
For the record, I know who Grace is. We have a couple Graces.
Oh,
in the
no, that's
family.
definitely fair.
Confuse
That's
me.
fair. And she sees Ricky in Trailer Park Boys, and she goes, did they get Davey to play Ricky for this show? She's like, he talks and acts just like him. And I was like, babe, this is not a good sign. What are you saying? He's like, yeah, fuck off, Julian. Like, that is Davey.
Yeah, no, I see it. I know Davey. Davey was my best friend growing up. Till we're about
Davey's
like
changed.
eight and a half.
I'll tell you, Davey's changed as a kid.
And everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. What?
God damn it! Everyone says that shit. But he was more. I don't even know. Had more of an ego.
Okay.
He had more of an ego in a lot of ways as a kid than he does now, and he has more of an ego in a lot of ways now as an adult, a lot of different ways than as an adult that he didn't as a kid or a teenager, and even a slightly younger man.
Okay.
He's just changed a lot. He's just a weird dude. I can't explain it more than that. I love my brother.
Do I need to edit all this out? I don't know. Are you
no.
roasting him? Is this?
No. Davey will hear it and be like, "Yeah, I'm a weird dude." He knows I fucking love him. Okay, he knows, and he knows he can come to my house and call me a piece of shit and fat and everything else. But I'm be like, "Yeah, I don't care, dude." Davey's just a crackhead, dude. I love my brother. You don't have to edit this out. You can say whatever you want. He's an awesome dude. He's pretty much an awesome dude.
Davey's a crackhead, he said.
Dude, he's a crackhead. He's actually not on crack, but he acts like it most of the time.
Sounds like I need to meet this Davey person.
Good luck, dude. He's gonna scowl at you dude, the entire time.
Yeah,
you try talking to him, and he's gonna say, "What's up, man?" And then he's gonna walk away from you immediately. It's gonna be hilarious.
Pretty much the experience I had with him last time I saw him. So far, everything you're saying is accurate, as far as I know.
Gosh dang it, dude. Davey's a character, but like I was saying, he has truly no filter, and he could have tact.
Mm-hmm.
He chooses not to have tact on said filter.
Interesting.
So he just full gate open, dude. He will let everything out. You'd have to cut more out of that podcast than probably anything else you've ever had to cut when he talks.
From here on out, I swear to you, I'm not gonna edit most of these podcasts.
Really?
I'm gonna do light editing, dude. It takes me like right now. I have like 6 podcasts.
Maybe edit that part earlier with that joke I made.
Which one?
The one.
All right.
Where
well,
you didn't laugh. You didn't laugh. You actually didn't like it very much.
Okay. Well, I'll have to do that.
I thought it was very funny.
I guess I'm tired of having to decide like what should be in, what should be out.
Oh, dude, just do everything.
Just leave everything in there.
Just leave everything. Like,
let it be raw audio. Here's the thing: you're saying that, but you don't understand how. Like, even the podcast that you love so much with Peter, that was a 2-hour podcast. I cut it down to 1 hour.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think you have to cut in the start. Maybe cut out a few things.
Yeah.
But like, there's only one thing I said in here where I'm like, you know what? Maybe I don't want that out. And it's not even like super
Was it calling
bad.
Davey a crackhead?
Oh no,
was it illegally trying to get deer off the private property onto the public property?
No.
Okay, well,
no. I'll tell you about it afterwards.
Sounds good.
There's only one part I actually don't want out, but anyway, quit looking at me like that, Gilbert. God damn it.
Tell Grace to come back so I can leave you guys to it, please. We need to wrap.
Gracie,
we need to wrap this up.
Gilbert doesn't love me no more.
No. Well, what do you have more to say? Oh, no. Look, I'm trying to be respectful here. It's midnight.
You're fine. Is it really just midnight right now?
It's just midnight. It's 1:00 in the morning, North Dakota time.
Is it really just midnight now?
Yeah, it is midnight. So it's 11:56. What else do you want to say?
I just enjoy your company, dude. You're trying to leave, and I'm like,
I need to change
dude,
positions.
I'm on vacation. You don't understand. At work at Kimball, my brain is just fried. I worked my fucking ass off for the last 2 months, like hard.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a lie. Last 3 months, really fucking hard. And I now have the next 5 days off, dude. I am ready to just be in vacation mode. I may have to wake up, but I don't think you understand. The plan was to wake up, throw stuff in the car, warm it up, and grab a fucking Monster. I will be fine. And so it's like, it's midnight. I'm fine. I'm chill. I'm chill. But legit with Grace, though, it's not like, they're off the podcast. It's, do have to kind of pack.
Okay.
But,
well, I think she went to bed or something.
She's just packing in there.
Okay.
No, she's just packing in there. She hasn't gone to bed yet.
All right.
She would come out before.
What's your next story? Tell me
story?
more hood rat shit about your adventures in the Magna Valley.
In the Magna Valley.
What was it like growing up in Magna? Like Magna's like
growing up.
the
Magna was a
Skid
bit of a
Row,
dump
like
hole.
Utah's Skid Row.
Hey, babe. Magna was a dump growing up. It's getting a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Magnites, dude, we call them Magnites. These people have a weird mentality.
Bro, you literally born and raised your entire life in
But
Magna.
no. Here's the thing. When I say Magnite, it's the mentality that these people have, not growing up there. I know a lot of people that grew up there that are not Magnites, me included. And a lot of my family, not Magnites.
What's the nicest place in Utah?
Nicest place in Utah you'd say to live?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably like Park City, right?
Oh, you mean like nicest financially wise?
I don't know. I mean, Magna's like...
You said nicest place. Nicest
West
place, and I
Valley
was
and
like,
Magna
where
are like-
people leave
are
you the
like-
fuck alone.
Oh.
That's what came to
Yeah,
my
well, I know
mind.
that. You want to go to like
Delta.
the border of Montana.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, why Delta?
Delta? Oh, people just leave you alone, I think. I don't know. In my experience in Delta, I've had one negative experience with another human being that I didn't know in Delta.
So how do you want to raise your kids? Are you going to homeschool them all in the middle of nowhere?
We will. Probably not in the middle of nowhere
Keep
for
them on the
first
milk?
while.
On the milk? Off the milk?
What?
What would you say earlier? She's off the milk? What did you say earlier? Don't look at me like that.
Oh, now I get, dude. I was
Hold
so
on.
confused.
Do you keep the kids on the milk
No.
or off the milk?
It's not on the milk, dude. It's raised on the dairy.
Raised on the dairy. I'm sorry.
Dude, so
Hold on. So do you want to be on the dairy or off the dairy? I'm confused how that's supposed to
off
work.
the dairy.
You want to be off the dairy.
Like, looking at you and the way you're talking right now, I'm convinced that you were definitely on the dairy.
So
But
what is... What?
babe, don't say that.
What is... Hold on. What is... So you don't want to be on the
You
dairy?
don't want to be on
What
the
does
dairy.
on the dairy
It just
mean?
means that you're retarded and stupid and not smart. That's what that means.
Why is dairy associated with being retarded?
I don't
and
know.
dumb and nuts?
Get Davey on your podcast and he'll tell you. He taught me this.
Honestly, we could actually hook up my phone and make a phone call and record him into the podcast if we wanted to. Should we call him
He's
up?
sleeping, dude. This guy turned old on me in the last month. He's like, 10 o'clock rolls around, I'm going to bed, bitch.
So, do you want your kids? You gonna raise your kids, homeschool them, keep them off the dairy?
Yeah. They are not allowed to be nerd herders. What's up, babe? Oh, nerd herders. You can jump in, babe. Come on. Babe, get in the podcast.
I'm honestly gonna shut this down against Silas's will in about 10 minutes. So
He hates me,
You
babe.
you should
he
be
doesn't
here-
love me.
you should be here.
He
when we wrap
doesn't
it up.
fucking love me.
Huh?
I heard you try like 5 times.
Yeah.
I have a friend over.
Well, he literally is like courtesy. Oh, I like courtesy. And then I'm like, hey, it's midnight, bro. Like,
He's like,
I'm trying to let you guys go to bed. Like, he
courtesy
literally
is one
told
of the
me.
most important things to me.
Now you look
Now
sad.
let me
Don't
talk
be
for
sad.
like 20 minutes.
Don't be sad.
I think your wife deserves at least a 5-minute monologue at this point. Cause
Oh, she can. Go for it.
This is why homeschooling is amazing.
why?
Makes us retarded?
You keep your kids from being indoctrinated. They stop being soy boys like all the rest of the boys at school.
Soy boys.
Well, that's off the dairy, right?
It's off the dairy.
Yeah, soy's non-dairy. It's very humane.
Hey, real quick. Grace, you get 10 minutes after this whenever Gilbert throws me out because he doesn't love me anymore.
I'm not throwing anyone out.
You're throwing me out. Anyway, if you're going to uncut podcasts, are you going to post the full one with Peter?
I'm not going to go back and repost stuff.
Just send it to me privately. Goddamn, I don't want to listen to it, dude. I'll hold that shit
You are
hostage.
so wrong about so many things.
I want to listen to you being wrong.
Bro,
You were raised on the dairy.
Actually, what's funny is I legitimately wasn't raised on the dairy. My mom made us stop drinking dairy when I was like too young.
Is that because you think you're fat? You could be drinking whole if you wanted to.
She, I don't know what the fuck she was listening to, but I just remember.
Hey, it's Grace's turn.
I just remember we were driving in the car, and she had like these CDs that she got from someone, and they were like saying, "This is how you eat right, and this is like what your body needs, and this is what it doesn't need." And all I know is that we got home, and suddenly we stopped buying milk. We stopped eating so much cheese. We started eating a lot of vegetables.
Did you think you were fat?
She told me that once or twice as a kid.
You were not fat.
You were just big boned.
She told me I was a little bit chunky, but it was probably because I had parasites.
Remember when I peed on your coat?
I do. I do remember that. Why did you do that? That was very rude.
Oh,
We were all just hanging out,
I
having
was
a good
6.
time.
I was
You're
6.
standing on top of the dresser. You whip
naked.
it out and just start.
No, I was naked on that fucking dresser.
What? I don't. What was
Ben's
what was,
boys were there, and you know how Ben's boys are. We have to like dress to impress in front of them. And I can't remember what happened, but I was 6, and I got my birthday suit, jumped up on that fucking dresser, and I was just standing there, and all of a sudden, I just started peeing in your coat. It was right there.
That was so disrespectful. Just see, it was the middle of
I
winter.
remember your
I had nothing to put on to stay warm. My
lived,
coat
like,
was
20 minutes
soaked
away.
with piss. We were going to the shop or something.
Oh yeah, you were. You were
That's
going to
just
shop.
like too many levels of wrong.
I remember you in your high pitched voice saying, "That's my coat," pulling it away. Dude, that was so horrible. Do you remember when you tried to sell me? You tried to trade me my Nintendo, brand new Nintendo DS with Mario Kart in it for 20 pesos.
Did I do that?
Yeah, you did.
I have no memory of doing that, but honestly, that does sound like something I would do.
We were trying to keep you secret from my dad because my dad and your mom were like arguing or something at the time. I don't know. But you're at my parents' house, and my dad didn't know you were there yet, so we were all keeping you outside, and we were hanging out with you outside.
What was up? But that was weird. I do vaguely remember that.
And then I'm sitting there playing my game, and you're like, "Hey, I'll trade you that DS," and you were trying to smooth talk me into it. And then Davey was like, "Hey, fuck off, asshole! He's not trading you fucking 2 cents for your goddamn DS."
I think it was 20 pesos at the time was worth at least $1. So thank you very much. You were in Utah, man.
I should have just
Where were you
peed
gonna
on you
get-
at that point too.
Where were you gonna get 20 pesos? That was rare currency at that time.
Grace didn't know about this story, by the way, about peeing on you. She's looking at me like she uncovered something.
Honestly, I think he was old enough to know better, to be frank.
I was 6.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna expect
6
for the
is kinda
next
old.
40 years.
I was potty trained at 6.
I got my ass beat to oblivion because of that, okay? I learned my lesson.
You deserved it. Well, I have nothing else to say on the topic.
Like, you asshole, you beat on my coat. Get killed.
Get pwned and
Babe,
noob.
it's your turn. Did you just say pwned in the boob?
No, I said get
Oh,
pwned,
God.
noob.
I was like, babe, so scandalous. Rawr.
I can't just go on a.
And that is our
Random.
clip right there. If I ever
You
start
gotta
doing
soundbite that.
intros, I'm going to make that the
So
intro.
scandalous.
Please fucking do.
That will be perfect.
Wait, did I hit record after I went to the bathroom? Yeah, I did.
That would have been hilarious if you didn't. Dude, you don't even have that.
It would have been
Silas
better
have
for
dragged.
society if we didn't have that, to be honest.
Now we fucking do. Does Solomon listen to this
Alright.
podcast?
Yeah, he's a huge fan. He listens
Dude.
to every episode.
He's gonna call me and be like, "You're gayer than shit."
He's not really that kind of person.
Oh no, I love Solomon.
But,
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Babe, you better start talking, babe, before I
I
start
can't
making
just
more
start
stories.
talking out of nowhere. That's just it's random and weird.
Let me think of a good question for you. What's
Okay, wait. Actually,
Ask her about the line.
do you want to hear about one of my passions?
is it the line of love?
Silas.
Is it related?
Silas
to
is
that?
too correct right now. It's nothing to do
All
with
right.
that.
At that time of night?
We might
This
hit.
is why I
these-
told you
we
to
might be
stay
peeking
here.
out here. I don't know. All right.
Silas is too correct.
Tell me about your passion.
Okay, so have you heard of Fresh and
Mute your
Fit?
microphone. Go pee real quick. Have I heard of what?
Fresh and Fit, the podcast?
I probably have heard of it. I've never listened to it though.
Okay. So they're basically extremely...
Oh my Lord, the boy needs Jesus.
He needs some milk.
You guys, he needs some milk. You guys can't see it, but he was stumbling to the bathroom.
Oh my
For a boy that has never had a
This
drop
is why he doesn't have alcohol.
Yeah, he doesn't need it, frankly.
So anyway, they are a really red pill based podcast.
Okay.
And they take on every week like 10 girls to interview. And they invite them from all different countries and states, and they ask them like their education, their background, and it's mainly a podcast that's built around like empowering men to become better, because in society's current stage there is such a high standard for men to succeed, because if you take an average man with an average woman, they basically are set to fail.
You're saying there's a high standard for men to succeed, or there's a high need for men to succeed?
A high standard.
Okay.
I mean, there's a high need, definitely, but the podcast is basically saying women nowadays won't respect a man unless he has good connections, is well set financially, is a certain height or a certain build, like he's muscular. And so there's so many of these aspects that men need to meet in order to be competitive.
Yeah.
Because even if a woman's married, if she notices that her man isn't meeting these standards, she'll just divorce him and leave him.
Yeah.
And that's been the statistics, like,
Hold on,
past
but don't you
20
think,
years.
like, from a biological standpoint, that's kind of how we're designed? That's how it's supposed to be?
Hypergamy, yeah.
Hypergamy. That's basically where women improve the species through selection.
They try to find the best mate they can.
Is that what that is? It's called hypergamy? Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
But
He
I
was
think
raised on the dairy. Didn't know that.
You're probably the most educated person I've, not in terms of, like, intelligent. I'm not saying you're the most intelligent person, but
Saying
you
you're
have the
raised on the
highest level of
dairy.
education of anyone I've ever interviewed. Actually, no, that's not true. I had Judd on. But anyways.
I only have some college experience.
Well, no, you're, what do you say, your year from your degree?
Yeah.
She's
Like a year and a half or
actually
2
super
years.
smart. Don't let her fool you. She's
Hypergamy.
super damn smart.
She wasn't telling me she wasn't. I'm just saying that she...
Yeah, but you were calling her raised on the dairy there for
I
a second.
literally
so-
never, at any point, did I say your wife was raised on the dairy. So they get these
looked
10
at
women
her.
on the podcast.
I didn't learn this from college.
Okay, sounds good. You learned this from a Fresh and Fit podcast?
Yeah, Fresh and Fit. Everyone thinks they're super controversial.
Okay.
But anyways, they've interviewed 1,700 women
Wow.
from all across the world. And all of them suck. Like, I think this is definitely the standard of the modern woman. Not like they'll go around and ask all the women, name 3 countries. Literally, only one woman on the panel regularly can name 3 different countries. Any countries. And I literally can't believe it. Like, they'll name states, they'll name continents, they'll name cities. They're so stupid, because women today, with social media and everything, they can see all of the options that they're missing out on. So hypergamy is so much more competitive. And on top of that, because I think an average woman, like, if she's fit, she has an average face, like a 5, she can be like an 8. And if she's nice at the beginning of a relationship, a guy's willing to stay with her. And so she's willing to, she's able to go through life with guys, like, being in relationships with her and not telling her that she's wrong. They can just be stupid and get whatever they want in life, because guys are willing to take that.
You're saying that women are able to have higher standards than they deserve because of social media.
I definitely think so, yeah.
And you think that more women should have lower standards?
I think it's good, but
Or-
the problem is that men need to raise up their standards in order to meet what women want.
So by men raising their standards, what do you consider to be like the top 3 things that men need to do better to like raise their standard, like raise their sexual street value?
Is this
So
for
to
like a
speak.
long-term relationship?
Just, yeah, whatever it takes to find it. Like, what do men need to do? Yeah, to long term, to find like a wife that's like, oh, I value, I see that, you don't have the 6-pack washboard abs like all the Instagram models do, but you have enough things that make me feel like I can be committed to you for life. Because that's basically what that's what you're saying, right? Is that hypergamy has changed. Women have higher standards and men can't attain those standards. So, like, what do men need to do in order to, like, increase their value as men
They need
in
to
the eyes of these gold digging ass hoes.
They need to increase their net worth, their network. I think the main thing is that they need to have a strong relationship with God. Now, that's hard. Like, for me, I think that's super important because a lot of women, I think America's a godless society, and it's failing. There's the reason why there's not that many young couples getting married is because none of them believe in God, and they don't believe in religion, and they don't have traditional values, and they don't keep those standards. And I think that was supposed to be the trade-off. Like, women were supposed to keep their sexuality sacred. They're supposed to be virgins before marriage. And nowadays, the modern woman isn't a virgin. She can sleep with as many men as she wants, and she can do whatever she wants, and her man isn't supposed to tell her otherwise, or else it's toxic. And so I think that's a dangerous line to tread on, because men should be the leaders in a relationship, and they should, in order to get those truly high value men, women should be virgins. They should have good standards and be good wives before marriage. And marriage is like the end goal, because I think that's what's truly going to make a good long-term relationship. A lot of guys will...
Sorry, we just need this for posterity's sake. Smile.
Okay.
Sorry. Hit it.
You're good.
I do this in every podcast.
Right as I'm in my pajamas.
No, you guys look great.
Okay.
The smile did not look great.
You look like you're on the dairy. You look like... You look like you,
we were out there hurting nerds. Was I a nerd herder at the same time?
You look like you leaned over and took a big whiff of the dairy.
I don't know what's going on right now.
I'm so sorry. Anyways.
So confused.
Dude, I was nerd herdering the dairy nerds.
All right.
All right. Here's basically what I'm trying to say.
All right.
Guys will... the most high value guys will try to get the most high value woman, which is a woman of purity and virtue, and who's going to be a good wife and mother. Now, that's why all these hoes... Silas, you need to go to the back room.
Honestly, this is my fault. All right.
I'm dying. You hit that time, dude. I can't focus on shit. I'm just laughing.
We're going to shift the conversation back to you in a second.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, go with Grace. I was liking her what she's saying.
Well, you're laughing at everything she's saying.
You
She's
said
like,
on the dairy. You made 4 jokes. I don't know what to do.
You made fun of
your fault. This is
You made fun of your smile. And I was like, you know what? It looks like
literally, you said smile, and I was like... And you were like, there we go. There's my picture. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, I literally look like I just dunked my head in the dairy and it was lays on the dairy. I'm a fucking nerd herder over here. You're taking pictures of me, asshole.
All right, listen.
You're putting a hat on inside, indoors at night.
We're going to have to circle back here, Grace. What is a nerd
I don't
herder?
know.
What is a nerd? Okay. So this one.
Hold on. Can I just paraphrase everything you're saying?
No, let Grace keep talking.
Just
I was interested in that.
I think you already...
No, continue, babe. It's awesome.
Basically...
You need to become a high value man.
To try and win the gold digging hoes of America.
The good ones.
The good ones.
I think every girl's a gold digger.
Yeah, it's true. I have a question for you, Silas.
This is
not a question. I have a statement.
We were attempting to give my wife attention.
After thinking about it for years, well, I was attempting to wrap it up, but honestly, I feel like we kind of like hit like a nice note, and maybe we should keep like riding this wave.
Just ask me what I think of Lion of Love, and I'll give you some
Silas?
After 5 years of being married, I began to realize that women do not deserve us.
I agree.
You can take that however you want. You're right.
In what way? Are you serious?
No, women don't deserve men.
Don't deserve men?
Women
in
deserve
what way?
less.
No, that's
They deserve fucking
less.
dairy, but I'm genuine.
They
I'm genuinely
make
trying
dairy,
to get, I'm
bro. That's
I'm
the
trying to get
impressive part about women.
I'm actually like, believe me,
It's
concerned
kind of
the
a
funny
joke,
switch
but
on,
it's also like true. Like I
they
think
don't deserve us, right?
they don't deserve
No,
us
100%.
No, I agree with that.
because we're all fucking psychos, but also like we're right about a lot of things.
Women are more psychos than men.
You guys got to look at this. I don't know.
I'm saying
If it's
it
God
is, okay,
or
it
if
is
it's-
kind of a joke, but I am saying like basically women don't deserve it. So if you want to look at it as like men are
No,
better
I
than
agree.
women and women don't deserve us, it's true. But if
I
you look at it as
agree with
like
your statement. but
like men are less than women and they don't deserve to have to put up with this, it's also true.
I remember a statement you made when I was in North Dakota like 2 or 3 years ago, and you said,
whatever it wasn't true.
no, it kind of goes along with that.
What's that?
You said a group of people there, and you were like, kind of just from my experience, what I've seen, women don't really do that much. Something like that. And I kind of agree with that to a degree. I agree with it to a degree. Because there are women that do a lot of things. My wife does a lot of stuff. A lot of days, she does fucking nothing. And I'm like, why is there no dinner when I got home?
Hold
Yeah.
on. I would like, first of all,
I'm sorry.
I don't remember exactly saying that, so it might have been taken slightly out of context. I might have been
Maybe.
joking a little bit.
You
Or I might have just been having a moment, but once you start having kids, then you're like, oh, women do everything.
No, I actually
Yeah,
do
that's
know
what
that.
kids
I
are.
understand. And I
And-
said that's why I said I agree with it to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Is I know when we have kids, it's gonna be a way, way, way different story. It's just I don't have kids right now. And as far as your thing with women don't deserve men, I don't know exactly in what context you're speaking. If you're speaking in general, if you're speaking ever, if you're speaking, they don't deserve how hard their man works for them. And I would say that's only a few men.
No.
I would say you're a really damn hardworking man. You made a lot of money. You take care of your wife and your children super well. You're a good husband.
Thank you.
You're a good friend to a lot of people. Yeah, I don't know if Verlene deserves you or not. I guess that's your call and her call to really make. But
Let me explain to you because I did say this earlier, but I'll say it again because it is a joke. I'm saying
Okay.
it doesn't matter what context you look at. Is women
okay.
don't deserve men in the sense that like sometimes I'm like, and I mean this in a completely joking way. I mean
Okay, go
women
for
in
it.
general. Let's just say my
Yeah.
sister, my sister-in-law, my aunt, my cousin, any female. Sometimes I look at females and I'm like, bitch, you don't deserve like my intelligence. I'm so smart. I'm so logical. I'm
you
so
are
right.
Drax.
I am
You are
Drax.
Drax.
I am
You are
literally
Drax.
Drax. And then
Thanks.
sometimes I'm having it out with my wife because I'm freaking having a bitch fit because I'm hungry and I'm tired and whatever. And my wife like works so hard and does all these things that I'm like, you don't deserve to have to live with someone that complains at you and you freaking don't have lunch at the you don't have lunch in front of me right when I decide I need it you can't read my mind and like fix all my problems for me.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a joke. It's like, yeah,
gotcha.
women don't deserve us. Take it however you want. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, for sure.
That was the
That
joke.
is actually something I want to ask God when I go to Judgment Day, or maybe when I'm in heaven, hopefully someday. I'm gonna be like, God, why did you make women so fucking confusing?
They're not that confusing. And
I
also,
No, they're not actually.
Yeah,
After
women
being
are
married,
very simple.
actually, after I got married, it was super damn. So there's a few things I really had to learn about my wife. Relationship is 1,000% better. It's one, listen to her when she's complaining.
you literally cut her off like 50 times tonight,
Yeah.
including just barely.
No, I meant I said when she's complaining. When she's on a podcast, I'm cracked out of my
Only
goddamn
when
mind.
she's complaining.
Gilbert, you
What?
put me in there. Fuck you. We're moving on with another subject. Son of a bitch.
Can I say that I really agree with that? Because I think society today has indoctrinated women to expect everything from the man, and if she doesn't get anything she wants, then to just leave and find another man.
Yeah, no, that is a problem. But I think it's kind of that way for like men and women, though. Don't you think?
No.
You don't think men aren't indoctrinated to be like, hey, don't? Because I think, honestly, it seems like it's kind of, I think in general in society, it seems like men and women are both kind of encouraged, like, hey, don't take responsibility.
But
Everything
who-
is everything. Nothing is nothing.
But when they get married, women initiate 70% of the divorce.
So you're saying women are Okay, so, I mean, is that the statistic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're saying that society encourages women to divorce men.
Yeah. And also, if a woman gets divorced, people don't blame her for that. They think it was like, oh, it just didn't work out. It's not your fault. And she can take all the kids and half of the man's money, the house, and the man has to restart. That's one of the.
Can be 90% of his money.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude, you can get just fucking destroyed.
You're like an anti-feminist.
Yes, hardcore.
Cool. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think the feminist movement is one of the worst movements in the past 10 years that could have happened.
Hasn't the feminist movement been around since like the 60s?
Yeah, it was really useful back then. They were like, we want the right to vote and to like get equal paying jobs and stuff, and now they have it, and now they're complaining about things that are non-existent.
In the last, okay, so since like 2012-ish, you're saying? Okay. What do you think the biggest faults of the feminist movement are? Like, what do you think logically is like the logical flaw? Like, what's a big argument that you think is fucking them up, and what do you think the logical flaw behind it is?
So one argument they have is that they should believe all women.
Yeah.
And that's obviously asinine.
Do you think that's actually like the standpoint of a lot of modern day feminists, or do you think that's just a slogan that got started that spread around like a meme?
I think it's a standpoint of a lot of modern day feminists because you can see in pop culture, like celebrities think that they can get away with anything. Mm-hmm. And there's been multiple cases where a woman will initiate a case of rape against a former investor or business partner or something, and then completely remove the case later after someone says, hey, this actually didn't happen. And it's happened with the Amber Heard case and a few other rappers, like I think Black China did something like that. And yeah, just so many different pop culture figures.
You say there's like a double standard basically,
where they can believe women and not men.
Like women are able to women are basically able to get away with whatever they want, and they don't get in trouble for it, and men do. Mm-hmm.
Especially like how the media portrays it.
What do you think the modern day feminist has right, though? You think there's any part of their ideology that you would say, we do need more of?
Well, they pushed for like a certain ideology to change culture, and I think they reached that, and now I think they're overcompensating for it. So I don't think anything they're really fighting for is necessary, because culture already accepts women and overcompensates for what they lack.
I would tend to agree with you on that they're overcompensating, and I also think that you're probably somebody that would know because you have been, in academics, and you also were in the ROTC. So I mean, that's the military and that's college, and if you don't feel like you're being discriminated in those two areas, then you're probably not.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I'm working like a physical labor job, and I definitely know I don't have the same capabilities as the male coworkers I have, but I work just as hard, and we get the same amount of work done and if it's something I can't do, I ask them to do it. I understand where I stand, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so if I understand there is a fallback because of what I do, that's my fault. It's not because I'm a girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's any like biases. If anything, there's biases against men because of like this toxic masculinity phrase that goes around.
Do you believe in that toxic masculinity? What is that?
I don't even know what they think it is. I think, from what I understand, feminists say toxic masculinity is any masculine trait that makes a man dominant. And I don't even know if a man can be if he's truly masculine, there's nothing toxic about it. I think once a guy starts being toxic is when he starts mixing in like feminist traits into it that makes it not truly masculine. Like if a guy is abusive, he's not being toxically masculine. That's not masculine at all, because being masculine is to protect. But when you're abusive, you're abusing your power over the women in your life because you're physically stronger than them. So it's coming from a point of weakness. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. So you think weakness is a feminine trait? Or you just think it's not a mask? Because I
I
guess
don't
we're
think-
looking at it as the context of a binary. There's either a masculine trait or a feminine trait. So you're saying if masculinity isn't weak and it doesn't come from that place of inferiority, then if you're looking at it as a binary of the two energies, then if it's not masculine, it has to be feminine. So you're saying that feminine energy is weak?
In the context of a man, it would definitely be weak. Of a man, it would be weak.
It'd be seen as, it would be like subservient, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's like ebbs and flows, because I'm not saying that men should never be humble. I think if a man is, like, if a man kowtows to everything that his partner wants, that man's going to lose respect in the relationship.
Okay.
But if a man understands how to negotiate and to move back and forth on certain points to make the best relationship that he leads, then that's, I think, a truly masculine man, because he's leading the family and he's negotiating the best situation for the family.
So as someone who's a self-proclaimed more masculine woman that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
connect with men, I don't know, you call yourself a tomboy, whatever, but but you still find more happiness in traditional female roles.
I definitely find more, like, if I only followed like my masculine impulses, like to like make as much money as I can, or to do really gruff and rugged work all the time, I wouldn't be happy, because then I wouldn't be making my husband like a beautiful house. I wouldn't be making him amazing food. I wouldn't be doing creative things that I love doing, like sewing and knitting and crocheting or baking for friends. Like, I find true joy in those things, because I feel like those are true, like, feminine attributes that connect with people.
Okay.
And I think that is like who I am at core, but I lean toward more of those rugged things than most girls do.
Yeah.
But
For sure. Huh. That's interesting.
does that make sense?
Yeah, that all makes sense. What do you have to say about that, dairy boy?
You son of a bitch. I'm never letting this go. It's like whenever I get around Alberto, he calls me a nerd herder.
A nerd.
He calls me a nerd
Gilbert's just
herder.
like,
And then
wouldn't
you
you
now
like
just
to
gonna
know
call me a
weather
dairy
boy?
boy.
Would you
You
like to
wouldn't
know?
know what-
Dairy boy. You brought it on yourself.
Well,
At least I ain't calling you
shouldn't
soy
listen
boy.
to these.
Soy boy.
So, that's fair.
Dairy boy.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. You hit that point where I heard everything she said. I listened to it. 100%. Could respond to it. Take a lot of damn brain power to pull out and actually do it right now, though. You hit me right at midnight. This is my time of crackheadedness. And look what
You
done.
did this to yourself. He tried to close
I
this podcast
didn't.
like 10 times.
No. Está como te digo. I'm not complaining. What I'm saying, you asked a hard question.
Yeah. But you're
Okay.
a hard man. Are
You're
you
my
not?
husband.
Hard man, goddamn it. Man, quit trying to take my damn toy, woman.
Switch me. I want to try that one now. I have both. You son of a bitch.
bastard.
You fell for the
I
oldest
should've.
trick. Now I have both of them. But because I am a
I don't want your dirty, nasty ass toys. You keep that over there, bastard.
because I am a
You throw that at me, I'm gonna throw it right back at you.
because I am a
nerd herder,
kind
a dairy
tyrant.
raiser,
Because I am a
a
kind
cow
tyrant.
tipper.
I can't think of the word, but I need to bust out my thesaurus.
Kind soul.
I'm a kind tyrant because I am a
Tyrant.
compassionate tyrant. That's what I meant to
Oh,
say.
that's one of my words.
Because I am a compassionate tyrant.
took you
you
that
shall
long to
have
get
your
to that?
toy.
You
Dude,
really were raised on the dairy.
it's like freaking 1:30 in the morning, North Dakota time.
Why are we doing this
We're having
at
fun.
1:30?
We hate ourselves.
It's very fun.
At this point, I can't leave
Masking.
until Silas tells me I can leave.
What?
So.
Get the fuck out my house. I'll keep talking on your podcast. Oh shit, dude! It's so hard to think about what Grace was just saying. The masculine roles. It's actually so hard to come up with an intelligent response. What I want to say is,
Intelligent.
caveman, yes. Beat woman more. That's what is coming to mind.
Well,
I'm like, God damn it, I don't.
my analysis is it is interesting to hear. I can't say that I 100% agree with everything you say, and I do think that it's possible that as you go through marriage, you might find more things that you would like to see your husband compromise on. And it's possible that as you go through marriage, you might change your perspective on what the proper role of men and women should be. But I think that you definitely, if anyone has enough experience, like from the context that you view it from, I'd say that you'd probably be somebody whose opinion I'd take seriously on the matter. Because you're in college and because you're in ROTC and because, you know. What's up? What's up, Milk Boy? What's up, Milkman?
We need this on videotape.
I'm just saying that
4K.
like I agree with what you say. I mean, I'm not saying I 100% agree with what you say. I can't quite think of what I disagree with because, you know, it's a real son of a bitch to think those thoughts sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But no,
You were raised on
I'm
the
a
dairy.
hard worker when the working is easy.
But not so much when the working is hard. You're going to want to find someone else. Get roasted, Gilbert.
Ye consider me roasted. All right, guys. Well, it's been lovely. Should probably wrap this up. Congratulations on being the official first woman on the podcast.
You also did super well. I was impressed.
And
it was awesome. Oh, I'm so happy. We
do
can do this
another
again.
do another one of these with you and your other nerd herder friends.
Woohoo! How did
And,
I do as the first woman on the podcast?
Well, I'll tell you after we go. I'm just kidding you again. No, I'm glad we had you on here.
I tell you, but
What-
We're gonna have to get like a legit raging blue-haired feminist on here, and then you on here, and I just we just
Okay.
gotta have it out between you two.
She's gonna punch me in the face.
Maybe you could probably take it. We'll see.
We'll find
Guys are
out at the next
crackheads.
episode.
both you guys are out of your fucking minds.
You guys are both good eggs. I'm glad I know you. Let's do another one of these one day.
One day
Yeah.
in the
let's do
future,
it.
9 years from now,
We can do it on Monday, honestly, and you guys get back.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Bring my wife on here.
Verlene.
Woohoo!
Yee.
Oh, that'll be awesome, dude. I like Verlene. She's always so nice. Kind of scared now that she's pregnant though. Like she had half a patience for me before.
Half a patience for you.
Dude, she might not have that much patience for me now. So it's like whenever I see her, she's like, "Oh, hi, Silas," so happy. And it depends. She always sees me, and I'm always around Steven every time. And so as soon as I'm around Steven, Katie, bar the fucking door. We were raised on the dairy. And so she's like, half patience gone.
Hey, listen,
So-
my wife likes Steven. She likes you. She
Has a half a patience for me, though.
She likes all you dairy boys.
Yeah, and
You guys probably don't speak the same language, I'll be honest with you.
who?
You and my wife. It's probably why you think
for
she
sure.
has a half a patience with you. I don't
She
think.
wasn't raised on the fucking dairy. Have you seen this? We've already established something here.
What is?
Gilbert.
Okay, just tell us what the dairy is.
I don't know. Davey told me what it was.
The dairy just means like.
Don't be a fucking cheese weasel over there, okay?
It has no meaning, no definition.
so sick of your cheese weaseling ways, trying to cheese weasel your way into my
Limitless
fucking
options.
knowledge. Trying to control yourself over there. I'll just smile at you real big. You'll laugh more, okay? I just need to say something like dairy, okay?
I'm just trying to think of a good comeback is all for cheese weasel.
Come on, eh?
Silas, you are a treasure trove of linguistic anomalies. I've enjoyed this immensely, but for your sake and for mine, I'm gonna shut this down. And
All right, everybody. Good night. I'll see you again on Monday. We'll have part 2 coming ready for you.
all right, part 2 Monday. Have a good night.
Good night.